Assalamu'alaikum Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. In this occasion, we will present about final examination of Health Entomology about active ingredients of insecticide used by community in the RT1 RW2 Plawangan Village, Kragan District, Rembang Regency. Before that, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Roro Trias Pungkasari with last student identify number 124, and my friend.
My name is Mamluatul Hikmah with my last student identity number is 046.
And my name is Aulia Rahmat with the last student identity number 088.
So for the first, what is insecticide? Insecticide is a type of pesticide or toxic chemical that can be used as a pest killer that is used to help eradicate and kill the insect. Insecticides are widely used in the government and the community, especially in health sector, to break the chain of transmission of vector-borne disease, including dengue, malaria, and filariasis. Insecticides that are widely used to control vector have different active ingredients, but the majority of insecticides in Indonesia have active ingredients from the pyrethroid group, such as transflutrin, dialetrin, permethrin, and cypermethrin. And besides pyrethroid group, Indonesian people also use many other active ingredients to control insect, such as DEET, propoxur, demepos, and organophosphate and essential oils. And for the location of the analysis or the observation is conducted in Plawangan. Plawangan is one of the villages in Kragan District, Rembang Regency, Central Java. This village has a land area of 175,480 hectares and a population of 5,600 people. Plawangan Village is divided into 3 RW areas with several RT in it. This observation regarding the active ingredients of insecticide conducted in RT1 RW2 Plawangan Village. And you can see the map of the location of Plawangan Village in the right side.
And for the after observing, we found in one of the retail franchise store and also several small stalls located in Plawangan Village, Rembang Regency, we found that several types of household insecticide and their active ingredients that often used by the community in the Plawangan Village is, for the first, is insecticide that have 0.1% of transflutrin, 0.1% of raletin, and also 0.1% of cypermethrin. This insecticide is aerosol insecticide and used to kill several insects such as Aedes aegypti, Collection Capasiatus, Musca domestica, Platella germanica, Periplaneta americana, and also Anoplopesis gracilis. For the toxicity level of this insecticide is moderately toxic. And for the second type of insecticide that used widely by the community in Plawangan Village is insecticide that have 13.16 gram per liter plaletrin that used to kill the mosquito, and this is the vaporized insecticide that have the level of toxicity is moderately toxic. And for the third insecticide is insecticide that have 0.6% of deltametrin that used to kill Periplaneta americana, Poneraan, and also Ripicephalus sanguinis. For the level of insecticide of this insecticide is moderately toxic. And for the fourth is insecticide that have the active ingredients such as 8.01 gram per liter dimeflutrin, 0.08 gram per liter of dialetrin, and for this insecticide is used to kill Collection Capasiatus and also Aedes aegypti mosquito. This insecticide is vaporized insecticide that have the level of toxicity is moderate. And for the five is insecticide that have 8.5% of transflutrin that used to kill Periplaneta americana, Poneraan, and also Ripicephalus sanguinis. This is the aerosol insecticide and have the level of toxicity is moderate. And for the sixth is insecticide that contain 0.03% meperflutrin. This is a coil insecticide that used by burning and used to kill several insects such as Collection Capasiatus mosquito and also Aedes aegypti mosquito. For the level of toxicity of this insecticide is moderate. And for the last is insecticide that contain 21.3% of transflutrin. This is the aerosol insecticide and used to kill Aedes aegypti mosquito, Collection Capasiatus mosquito, Musca domestica, domestica, Periplaneta americana, and also Batella germanica. For the level of toxicity of this insecticide is moderately toxic.
So we move to active ingredients of insecticide commonly used by people in RT1 RW2 Plawangan Village in 2021. So the survey conducted on 25 people who live in RT1 RW2 Plawangan Village, and the survey is about the type of insecticide that they use in their homes. Based on the survey, it was found that there are 4 brands that commonly used by people in there. The first is King Kong with active ingredients of 0.03% of mepeflutrine, and the formulation is coil with the frequency of people who use it is 18 people or 72%. The second is Baygon with the active ingredients of 0.1% of transflutrine, 0.1% of pralatrine, and 0.1% of cypermethrin. With the formulation is aerosol, and frequency of people who use it is 3 people or 12%. And the 3 is Heat Expert with active ingredients is 0.50 of transflutrine, and the formulation is aerosol with the frequency of people who use it is 2 people or 8%. And the last is 1-phosphate with active ingredients is 21.3% transflutrine, and the formulation is aerosol with frequency of people who use it is 2 people or 8%. And this is the pie chart of the result of the previous observation. As we can see from the pie chart, the type of active ingredients in the insecticide used in the RT1 RW2 Plawangan Village in 2021, the commonly used is mepeflutrine with the percentage is 72%.
The next is the impact of the use of insecticide to the health and environment. Insecticide that used by correctly and the right dose can prevent and control the vector disease. But however, uncontrolled use of insecticide can lead to the several problems, especially to the human health and environment. The first is negative impact of insecticide to the human health. The most widely used insecticide by the community in RT1 RB2 Plawangan Village is an insecticide in the form of a circle-like coil that used by burning and contain an active ingredient in the form of mepeflutrine. All the particles emitted by the mosquito coil have a diameter of less than 1 micrometer, which is a pollutant that is easily inhaled by inhalation that can cause shortness of breath and also lung cancer, especially if used in the classroom. The next is a negative impact of the use of insecticide to the environment. The most active insecticide used by residents of RD1 RB2 Plawangan Village are mepeflutrine, transflutrine, pralatrine, and cypermethrin. The continuous and uncontrolled use of this insecticide can lead to resistance because the insecticide that use can produce residues, and this is the resistance, how the resistance is happen. First, insecticide can leave residues behind that then encourage insect can increase the production of detoxifying enzymes such as esterase, glutation, transferase, and insecticidal receptor modification. Because of that, ultimately increase the insect immune power. Because the immune power is increased, the insect become resistant. For the recommendation to prevent and control the resistance, continuous monitoring of insecticide is needed. And the next is mapping. after we doing an observation, we divide the area of observation into 5-point area. In the first point, there are 5 people use 0.03% methylfluorine. 2 people use 0.1% transfluorine, 0.1% pralatrine, and 0.1% cypermethrin. In the point 2 area, 1 people use 21.3% transfluorine, 1 people use 8.5% transfluorine. In the point 3, there are 3 people use 0.03% methylfluorine, 1 people use 0.1% transfluorine, 0.1% pralatrine, and 0.1% cypermethrin. In the point 4, there are 2 people use 0.03% methylfluorine, 1 people use 21.3% transfluorine, 1 people use 8.5% transfluorine, and in the point 5 area, there are 8 people use 0.03% methylfluorine. And there are bibliography that we use in this observation.
So that's all for our presentation about active ingredients of insecticide used by community in the RT1 RW2 Plawangan Village. Thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.